So friends, we'll continue with the chapter. So let me share the slides. So those who join new today, the book we are discussing is You Forever, and the author is Lobsang Rampa. This book talks about the deeper spiritual practice, about seeing the colors, aura, or astral travel, or life after death, right? The seven chakras and a deeper essence. The one who is practicing meditation or any spirituality, this book gives a lot deeper understanding. And today we'll go through the chapter 7. So far we have understood, we went to chapter 6, understood the basic human structure, the body, right? And how, our body is connected, right? The molecules, the structure, and how each colors represent what is aura, what is etheric body, the different layers, and what each color represents, right? The different colors of aura, what each color means. In today's chapter, we'll understand practically how we can see the aura also. The author says this chapter is small, but it's more about the practical. So, reading multiple times or understanding is more important if one wants to learn or practice how to see an aura. So, seeing the aura, right? As we said, it's very short, but seeing the aura requires more and more patience, right? It's not just, we read or we understood and immediately we go and we'll see the aura. For many, masters also, it takes a lot of practice and patience to actually see this aura. It's not an instant thing, right? But it's not that it is impossible. Everyone can see this aura, right? But we need to have that practice how we can see. The common mistakes is normally expecting quick results. We think, immediately we get the result. Or aura is gradual process. As we start seeing, here he says, start observing yourself, your hands or your body, right? Slowly, as we observe keenly, we can see, the layers or a slight, bluish color or light gray color initially, and then we can start seeing more and more clear aura as we do more and more practice. Similar to learning, right? Anything or a new technique. Initially, we may fail, quite few times, but with more and more practice and consistency, we can see that. Because as aura, constantly changes or based on our thoughts and emotions or based on the environment, so we need to be very keen and have that patience and so that we can actually see or read our own aura or for others also. So, importance of natural observation, right? Here author says with the clothes, right, our environment, everything the aura gets impacted. So if our clothes and all, right, he says if we are washing or if you, fold it or keep it yourself, then that's different. If someone else is doing, right, we go for laundry or for any other reason, then if other people are washing it or folding it or they're ironing it, then what happens? It absorbs the other person's thoughts and emotions. That's how subtle, that aura can easily be impacted or things can catch up. Even we also, absorb other people's aura the same way to all the things around us. They also absorb the imprints of our thoughts and emotions. So that also can impact our reading or seeing the aura. So external influence distort the aura. So natural state shows the true aura. So whenever you want to try, clean the space or take care of your things or room where nobody is coming so that you don't have any disturbance or your thoughts and everything is aligned and having that patience and calmness, then we'll able to see. The setting the right environment. As we said, privacy, right? In the room where nobody is there and using a dim light so that the bright lights or too much, brightness can impact us not able to see. When there is light and dull light, we can actually see the aura, right? And neutral background. As I said, any, black or gray dark color background where you can put your hand or you can just see. So in that way, it can help us, have that keen observation and relax and calm setting. The patience is important. Here author says the first sign is the etheric body. So as we start seeing this, initially the first anyone can see is the etheric layer, etheric body, and then comes the aura, right? We have learned the different layers. So right after the body, over the skin or layer, the first layer is the etheric body, then comes the aura. So if anyone sees first, then they can slightly see a light bluish or gray color, which is the etheric body. And then as we practice more and more, we can actually see the aura. So it's like a soft flame around the body, the etheric layer. So once you start seeing this light bluish color, that means you are making progress. You are actually started seeing. And with more and more practice, you can actually see the rest of the colors. Initially, it may be, you see few colors or slightly, but with more practice, you can actually see fully. And here author says, more than men, women have more vibrant, aura colors. So if you notice or, when you're practicing in your family or in, right, starts observing any, female person, then you can actually see the colors more easily. The role of relaxation. Here author says if you are more stressed, why it's not coming, then definitely when we also know, right, the aura changes. So if you are relaxed and calm, so your aura expands when you are positive. But when you are tensed or stressed out, then what happens, the aura also shrinks, so it will be difficult. So just be calm and relax. And whenever you do bath, right, it's the best time, he says, you can just observe yourself. Whenever you're seeing in mirror also, he says through mirror the reflection is there, right? When we our own body gets reflection, and from reflection when we see, there may be slightly difference in the results, in the colors and all. So we need to have that patience of observing, right? Initially we may start seeing in the mirror, but with more and more practice we can actually see with our own hand or the people. And if you're seeing to anyone in your family, if they're also, thinking what will come in my aura, or they are also tense, then that can affect the results. So being calm and relaxed, it will help you to see your aura or other person also. So when we are fully into that, then what happens? He says any itching sensation, something may occur. Then what happens? Again, our thought will go, I have to scratch or this, that. Then again, it will disturb. So having that complete relaxation will help you. So challenges in seeing your own aura, right? As we said, mirror can distract the colors because it's based on reflection. Looking through your own aura. So initially we can practice with our own self or anyone. The colors may appear unclear, right? Initially, some light, a layer or a slight color you can see in a thin layer. But as you more and more with your practice, you can actually see the different colors. But if you notice anything white or gray or light blue, that means you are progressing. This is main of for the practical part of seeing, It's not necessary, but if anyone really wants, to practice, then you can definitely do this. Trying, right? And he says better to observe others. Because when we actually see this, we can understand, when you observe the person, how he's talking, how he's seeing, you know. Normally also, if you observe, then you will understand what's going in their mind, right? What they're actually saying. Are they saying true or lies? If you really want to, if you're meeting some people, you want to know what the intention, then by seeing this all as keenly observing a person, you can understand the patterns, what's going on. It's just for benefiting, but not doing anything wrong by knowing this, right? As we said, observing others. If you are, if you are doing to any known person, then they also should be comfortable so that you can actually see if if any distraction or any stress or tense, then it will impact. So relaxed person shows the true aura. When a person is calm and relaxed, then the actual reading will come. Otherwise, with the thoughts and emotions, it will be changing. And when we are nervous, it will shrink the aura. So build trust and ease if you are seeing with your friends or family. So just have a free conversation, just relax. You can just how, you have that connection so that easily you can see. And as we said, this is a gradual learning process, step by step improvement. So multiple attempts is required to actually, able to read. So those who are masters or, any sages, those who have been doing this meditation, they started with slowly, and then actually when they look, they can immediately read or actually understanding. Then we saw, right, aura is also mixed up different colors. So actually seeing all of them, the combination and understanding will take the time. But when you start practicing initially, if you see small colors, that means you're making the progress. That itself is a great, right? But slowly, with more practice and understanding and observing how the patterns are, you can actually easily you can identify them. So like hypnosis or training, right? Many people they do hypnosis, right? The same way when you understand, when you observe a person, you can see how their mental thoughts or what their lifestyle is and how their colors are changing or how it's impacting them. Again, hypnosis is also a kind of a tool, right? Where we are bringing the person. It's not that, when we do hypnosis, the person will come completely under control and whatever we ask, the person will say. It's not like that because in that state also, the person's conscious mind is aware. Even, they're in a deep unconscious state, but deeper inside that awareness is there. The conscious mind is still there. So whatever that is he wants to express, only he will be able to express. So many times people have this myth, right? When we do go for hypnosis or people do, the person will completely be under that. It's not like that. So the consistency builds key. So with regular practice and observing, even the objects also, whatever we have, everything has an aura. If you can start with, observing the objects also. Slowly, you can shake your hand, lightly, then you can see the colors, the patterns. So here he gives different examples in this chapter, how we can actually improve or learn this process. So, as we said, the practice is the key. Choose the right time and state when you're relaxed, when nobody's disturbing, and you can observe in the, dimming the light and making the right environment. And so practice regularly. Everything depends on practice. So every day after your bath, you can slowly, start practicing with your hand. You can keep behind, any dark, might be a curtain or something or wall where it is not too bright or something. When there is a dark background, you can start observing slowly, and you will over the time you can master this art of seeing your own aura. So the summary is seeing aura requires the patience. It's not an instant, results. But again, it's not impossible also. Many people think only some people can see, but in day-to-day life, we see many things, but we don't keep that keen, right? When you observe your own self, you know what's happening inside you. Relaxation and consistency are more important than effort. Patience is the only way to develop this because here we need more and more focus and attention, right? Many people they do gazing, right? Here also we do that gazing, slightly, not completely focusing, but with a mild, when you just make your eyes little small and just gaze it, then we can actually see that. So the reflection is, so am I being impatient when learning something new? Not only about this aura, but generally how our own tendency is, not only in seeing aura, but in our, doing our own things in our life. We do different things in a day. So wherever I'm being impatient, if you have that nature, then definitely you will not be able to see. But if you're able to calm in your other works also, then definitely you will have that patience and calmness within you. Can I relax instead of forcing the results in my life? Am I consistent in practicing and effort? The more and more you do meditation, the more and more you develop mindfulness and focus or attention, then we can see this. Some people, they do a candle, right? They gaze into a candle and then close their eyes and, imagine that light or wisdom. So when you do any of this kind of practicing, or some people, right, they make a point in the wall and just keenly observe. That's also develop an intuition. So if you are doing any of these things, then it will be easy for you to practice or seeing your aura also. These are different techniques where we can develop our intuition, but it requires more and more patience, attention, and focus. But few minutes you can do, 2 to 3 minutes a day you can start, and then slowly you can understand this. So friends, I hope this was helpful. This chapter is more about the practical. Again, see, we have learned so many things, but here in this chapter, the author explains the real, how you can practice actually seeing your own or the other person, but having the right environment and that understanding will definitely develop this skill. So thank you. if you have any questions, you can just raise your hand or unmute yourself about this chapter or anything in generic about the meditation or whatever the topics we have covered so far. You can ask.
Did I unmute? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Apurva. I'm glad I could get to at least come to this part of it. And it's interesting the way you are taking it. Other than that, I am not very, I know because aura always associated with something very super spiritual and the greatness of swamis or some gods, and that's the way we are all given that idea from childhood. So that's what I'm used to. So other than that, what is the just an open question? What is that use for me to know my aura or to understand your aura? I even like the person. I like you. I don't need to see any aura without. If I can't see it, that doesn't mean you are not a good person or something.
See, here he gave the practical thing. Most people are curious, when they come into this practice, they want to know or develop this. For them, they can practice. It's not necessary for everyone to know. But some people, they naturally get that ability. They can see with some people with practice, they can develop this. Again, it depends on the individual.
Yeah. But that finger you showed, I can see beautiful aura. The blue, light blue color was going around it. That sometimes we feel the aura. And another thing I want to tell you, this Sai Ramji, in his meditation, he always tell, don't wear anybody's sari or any dress whoever gives, because it has their own kind of whatever the aura is. It may be some kind of different energy, so we should not accept or wear anything. That's what he always say, even from sisters, even to the brothers. But mostly we'll do it in the family. But from mom, I don't mind wearing it. But for other people, that he always say that karma, whatever they have, it's all going to be transmitted to you. But that you touched here, so I was thinking of it.
But they say if we are using anyone, it should be washed or cleaned, then we can use it. But most of the time, it's better to prevent, from taking.
Yeah.
Normally in family or in the cousins, we can.
Family, yeah, family is okay. Not from friends, and
Yeah, that's definitely.
that's he always say.
Just, people don't believe these things. It exists, auras and all. But when you practice it, when you start seeing them, then you actually believe, okay, these things exist. For our own belief, for our own
It's interesting.
confirmation, we can actually practice. It's not that by seeing we'll do something or will become something, but not necessary. For our own curiosity or we
It's true. But when you do the Reiki, I have seen this. Reiki is given so much. You can feel the aura. Sometimes you can see. We make the person lie down and do it. And in the sides, you can see that white kind of like a smoky thing, which will come out from the body.
Yes, those who are healers or those who are in the spiritual, But if you
Mm.
want to help others, when you have this ability to see, then you can at least guide, some people who are going through health issues or are going to get anything
Yeah,
in the
that's
future.
it.
If we know, we can pass this information so that, they can correct themselves or change their lifestyle in a better way. We can use this for the right yes way, but not. So yeah, sometimes intention and all, if we have that, definitely we'll know, by speaking to other person, not necessarily we need to see or, but when we have that ability, we can easily, get those insights, but
And get
good
it
for
instantly.
helping others. Yes, definitely.
That's a good idea if we know exactly. It's interesting. I'm hearing first time.
See, with all the knowledge, we are learning different things. It's not necessary that we have to use it, but understanding this or having this knowledge is nothing wrong. We know many things. It will help us understand. Again, our auras are, connected to our chakras also. Whatever the chakras are there, that what it reflects in the aura also. Wherever the imbalance is there, it reflects in the aura colors, right? So based on that, if we know, then we can, correct ourselves or where we need to work on our own self or where we can improve.
Yeah. Usually the Ayurvedic doctors, they always say that your aura. It's been a different term. I don't know. They did something in India.
I think
I
even
have
when we
one
do
question.
the Drishti, sorry, Ji, go ahead.
Mm. Raji.
Yeah, sorry. I have one question here. Just by the last sentence, I got one quick question. So it's related to our chakras. So in case if we lack one kind of, if we are weak in one kind of chakra, say for example root or heart chakra or anything like that, so we lack that kind of color in our aura.
We'll, we'll see the holes or gray in that part.
Oh,
That
okay,
part,
okay.
see that part, you can see a gray or black or a hole. That means there is some blockage in that. Will not see those colors. When they are perfectly balanced and active, means we can see those colors.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Okay.
Or they'll be more in a darkish or blackish color. We can understand where in the body is impacted. The colors will not be
Yeah, my
black. Yes, Raj.
yeah. See, my question was like in traditionally maybe in everywhere in India, right? Like we do the drishti, right? So I always think that the aura cleansing is happening when they do that either with salt or with fire or camphor, right? They do that. So that is that something true or is it all connected? The drishti and aura, like
No,
they
no.
do every Sunday, Wednesday for the kids, right? All those things. So is it all related?
Yes, definitely it's related. But people, those who are more in science, they believe, that's all, it doesn't exist. You know, the evil eyes or black eyes, whatever we say. Everything, when we go out, it's again imprints of the other people. For the kids or anything, when we go out, if there is no good intention or something, we get impacted. That's why, our family or ancestors did this cleansing process. They don't say directly what it is, but the rituals they say. But now people have started questioning why we do all of these things. Earlier we don't ask, but all these things is to clean your aura only, our body. Whenever we go out or we come in every day, they do, right? Just whatever the whole day we have imprints or we have carried or we have absorbed other people or environment things, we are cleansing it once we are back at home or before sleeping. That's the process.
No. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, but we feel like we feel very much relaxed after once it is done, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Can see good effect. Yeah.
And sometimes, when they go to a burial ground or when some people die, there also, those negative things can impact people. A person who is strong in aura, who is brave, right? They don't get, but someone who is weak and mentally, we are fearful or stressed, that means we're easily attracted. Just by when we talk to others people also, right? If they talk about something, negative, any accident or something, if you're deeply involved, okay, next what happened? This that when you're curious means you are getting attracted to that. You will attract the similar things. If you just hear it as a normal, okay, just an information, okay, something happened, okay, that's fine. You just listen and you just forget it, that's fine. But if you carry and if you say, to others also, oh, that has happened, this has happened, it means you're too much involving, you're giving energy to that, means you are attracting your similar situations. So we should be mindful and aware when we are listening how we are seeing that. We're just seeing as a picture, or we are actually involving into that completely. That also matters.
Right. Yeah, even the YouTube, all these algorithms will catch up that and will start pushing you all the bad. If you're used to bad videos, it will push all the bad videos. So something like it multiplies, amplifies your own habits. So we have
Mm.
to be very careful what we watch.
Yes, absolutely. And most of the times, if someone, it might be a family or friends, anyone, they are coming with their problems or something, right? You just need to listen to them. And if you can help, that's fine. But too much, making them, what happens, right? Out of compassion, we involve, oh, this should not happen to you. You should do this, or you do this, it will help you. When we give our power, right? If something, right, based on their karma or based on their life plan, something is not designed for them. They might be going through some problems or something, or they're not achieving the success. What we can say, do this, whatever best it can happen to you. That's all we can say. But we should not 100% guarantee that, you do this, you will get 100% result, you will be successful, you will happen. Then what happens if it is not intended in that person, but we are giving 100% energy by saying it? That means our energy is going to that person and it will happen for them. But somewhere we will, struggle in our life because we have given our words for something that is not intended for. So we should be mindful when we speak also how much attention or how much energy you are giving. So if you speak generically or if you guide them in a specific way, that is fine. But without having the knowledge, right, we should not give our energy or words to others. That will impact us. With all things very minute, but we should be careful. We don't know. We just go with the flow, right? Anyone. But yeah, everything adds up. That means we are absorbing the other person's or we are giving our energy. Yes. Anything else you want to have? Anything?
Thank you very much.
That's beautiful. It's
It was
interesting.
very good. Thank you.
Interesting. Have you seen any aura in the child?
Chandraji?
Have you anything heard about an aura? A child is born with an aura.
Kids,
Any
they generally have, white,
star?
pure, they don't have that many colors. They
Hmm.
don't have that much emotions, right? They'll
Yeah,
have a pure white or, bright color aura.
bright
But as
colors,
they
light.
develop, they grow, we can see more and more colors.
Yeah,
Initially,
because when the story says when Baba was born, he has the halo in the aura around him, as well as Krishna and stuff. They were telling the higher levels.
see, those are, if someone is more, any divine incarnation, then definitely they will have. But for normal people, for kids,
There
they
might be
have the
something.
light, bright or pure color, white, you know.
Yeah,
But as they grow, we can see more shades in their aura. But initially, they'll have a
that
pure.
will be interesting. I want to see some child.
Yeah, you can observe actually. You can notice. It just gazing, like in walking meditation also when we do, they say, right, don't observe the tree as they are, but just gaze, you're seeing it from far, but you're not actually seeing. Like that only when we see aura also with the gazing eyes, we can actually see some kind of
Energy, yeah.
energy. Again, it's fun or interesting. If you're curious, we can practice. Yeah, but knowing these things are important because everything is interconnected. That's why. Dear friends, dear masters, sit comfortably, close your eyes, clasp your hands, fingers into fingers, observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. Don't forcefully inhale or exhale, just observe the breath. As you observe the breath, mind becomes empty. Be with your breath, dear friends. Let thoughts come and go. Don't get distracted by your thoughts. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Go deeper and deeper into yourself. Experience the calmness, emptiness, Gently bring your awareness back to the body. Feel any sensations in your body, dear friends. Recollect your experiences. What did you see or how did you feel? Now let's express gratitude. Be grateful to your parents, teachers, and mentors. Be grateful to plants, animals, Mother Nature, all the planets, the universe. Be grateful for this beautiful environment, for all the things we have. Whenever you're ready, slowly place your palms on your eyes for 5 seconds and then slowly open your eyes.